Day 14. We got up early and started our drive towards Mitchel Falls. Munurru visitor pass has been obtained before. Just while driving, I thought that we could have driven directly to Mitchel Falls campsite yesterday after visiting the rock art site and swimming here. That way, we could have had a couple of hours in our hands today. After daylight hours, the noise of the helicopters won't be there anyway. The walking trail from the car park to the falls is a moderate to difficult 4.3 kilometer one way, requiring some rock hopping and some areas with little shade. And we need some time to spend along the way and at the falls as well. It was a good idea to book a return helicopter flight from the falls to the car park. If you are planning to do this, a proper research and decision about the timing, depending on your ability to walk, has to be made first before you even think of campsite and start time. I have to admit that we didn't quite get this right. When we returned to Munurru campground, we had another swim at King Edward River. Day 15, we packed up camp and visited another Aboriginal rock art site. This is not as old as others, but a couple of Aboriginal guides explained the artwork and the story behind them. Then we headed towards Kalumburu.
Is there a dreaming story for this area?
Not really, only just the paintings that are here. Yep. Yep. So here we have the scaly-tailed possum. The echidna just faded, but they painted another one just on the side there. Echidna.
Yeah.
There's actually a story about these two. The possum, as you know, they stay up high up on the tree. And he gathers nuts for himself. And every time he gathers nuts for him, he actually leaves it there in his nest. But the echidna keeps stealing it. But he's wondering why the echidna, someone keeps stealing his nuts and it went missing. So the possum actually got some more nuts, put them there at the nest where he stays, and he did a little hideout and was looking from just probably the next tree over. And he was waiting there for a while, probably 2-3 hours. Until the echidna came along and went there to his nest, and he finally found out who was stealing his nuts. They had a big fight on top of the tree. The scaly-tailed possum actually pushed the echidna off, but he grabbed onto his tail, ripping half of his tail. When the echidna fell, he fell into some porcupine. Some pandana, sorry. And that's where he got his porcupines from, and the echidna gets his scale tail from. Yep. And the moral of the story is not to steal. Yep.
Beautiful. Excellent, thank you.
Yep. Guyans and other paintings that you've seen and of the animals? Yeah. Just him and his brothers, and ended up bumping into one, Dumbi owl, on top of a tree. So they didn't leave him alone.
Day 16. We just took rest here while the rest of our crew went on a day tour on Aboriginal experience. Their general report was that it was quite good. There is a small supermarket here, and it was the next big shop we found after leaving Kununurru. We were originally scheduled to stay at Honeymoon Bay but ended up in McGowan Island camping ground. However, the sunset here was very good.